Hi, everyone. This is Michael Conan representing the TooMedToo Star Wars Network. We've got your fix, and this is the Holocron House. We are doing the art of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. And my sidekick today, I don't know if you can see her over there, how well you can see her, is Miss Delilah sitting over there. And she has, if you see that over there with her, that is Chewbacca, her little toy that she loves, that she snuggles with. It's like her little body pillow. So with us today, we also have our buddy, Rural Farm Boy. Anthony, how are you today, sir?
Afternoon, friends. Who's ready for some art?
I'm ready for some art. And then I'm ready to make some dinner. I've been having a lot of pork lately because I go to the store and everything's regular price and nothing's on sale right now because they don't need to put anything on sale because everybody's home, everybody's buying food, so nothing's on sale. Um, but I can buy, like, I bought a 4 pound pork loin for $12, so it was $3.99 a pound. I would buy the pork chops; it's $5.99 a pound, so an extra $2 to have them cut the fucking thing. So I don't really worry about that too much. And I lost my phone, couldn't find it, but it was in my pocket.
Lost it in your pocket.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I've been.
That's giving me a hankering for some sausage now, some Italian sausage for sure. Peppers and onions.
So yeah, I'm just getting by. Went through, did a little bit of cleaning out of my. I don't collect Funko Pops, but I've acquired a few. I think I had the counts up to 104. And that's what I'm keeping. I have about another 20 or 30 that are being gifted, or I'm gonna put those out in the market, just because I don't really need them. And they were when you order off Target, you're only allowed to order 2 of something. So you order 2 because one of your friends is going to want it. Well, you order it 2 or 3 times and you have 6 of them, and for your friends you just give them to them for whatever they cost. But now they've been sitting around for a little while and they're worth 40 or 50 bucks. So you know how it goes. And I'm not trying to scheme anybody, or I'm not one of the guys that go out and buy everything so they can sell them for crazy amounts. But and it's not even the time. It's just I don't have room for this stuff, and they're gifts and whatever. So we're gonna see what happens with them. But anyways, I think that's enough of this, and I think we should start talking about some art. I want to let you know, everyone that was here, this is brought to you by my Patreons: Rural Farm Boy, Mr. Rez, Kylo Ren Flores, Kylo Customs, and Chris from Kentucky. And I just got our friend just posted her her premiere
on the Facebook.
She told me, well, I'm on Facebook, and this one's on my regular Facebook page, so all my TooMedToo friends can see it. And that is, depending on what it is, like when we do the septic tank, I put that in the group because that's private. So, a little bit less chance of people having a problem. But, it says right on there, not safe for work. Mom, don't watch this. So, if you're going to watch it and get offended, then I don't know what to tell you because, there's really nothing else I can do for you. But anyways, yeah, so let's just get started on this. I don't even know what the hell we were talking about a second ago. So, all right, we got the book here. Oh, I think we left off on, if I read this correctly. No, not that one. All right, there we go. See, I learned how to do this now the other day. I can do the book and still keep your face in there, so everyone can see your beautiful face there. These were these books we were looking at. Those were nice. Let's see. We looked at these guys. Oh, this is
beautiful. Might be debatable.
This is where we left off. This is last time. I changed the screen a little bit, so I got to try and see if I can fix this a little bit to get that in there. Doing that with your face in there messed everything up. Your face messed everything up, Anthony.
I told you, beautiful thing was debatable.
All right. Well, I guess that's gonna have to do for now. Well, let's see. I can maybe do it a little higher. But that might make it fall over.
Cam.
Yeah, I have. It's someone asked me, it's not a GoPro because it's not cordless, but that is what I'm going to be going with when I get my thing. When I get my 1,000 subscribers and start going whatever. So I need to start pumping that out, but because I'm way behind what I was doing. So, anyways, we come over here. We see this guy. I don't really know what the hell he is, but this is an Elephantine Alien version 8 by Jake Lunt Davies.
I'd go and say that there is concept art of the previous page, Aki.
Yeah,
concept
it could be. This is going to be Creatures and Droid Effects Department. Let me take a little sip of my sippy sip in my normal cup that I drink out of. If you guys can see that on there, they got the Rise of Skywalker. I should probably, when the movie theaters open back up, go over to that store. I found a place in Brooklyn. Every movie's $10. There's a matinee, 3D, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Rez, to answer your question really quick. We didn't grind it. We just, it was cut up in little chunks. Just because we were too lazy to pull out the food processor and grind it up. So it was just cut up into little chunks. But it was really good. And it was healthy. The funny thing is, I've lost 4 pounds since this isolation. Well, since last week. And I'm eating too, but I'm eating stuff that my girlfriend makes, so it's actually healthy. But I'm still eating like a pig though, and having chips and dip and everything. It's just a little bit different. I've been drinking some diet soda too. Oh my god, I said soda. It's called pop.
It's pop down here, maybe soda up there.
But I still call it pop. But since I quit drinking, I drink soda now. But I drink way too much of it. I know I do. So people will be like, "Oh, what?" But I'll easily go through a 2-liter in a day. People think that's crazy, but if I was drinking, it's like, oh, I had a 6-pack. Okay, well, what's that? 70 ounces? That's a 2-liter. And when I used to drink, it was a case of beer a day. So, I mean, it's a little bit different, but it's still, whatever. All right, whatever. We're not here to talk about my diet habits, are we? So, all right, we have the Creature and Droid Effects Department. 3 days after the October 11th, 2017, the Rise of Skywalker Art Department meeting, the final scene of Solo, a Star Wars story, principal photography, an ultimately deleted scene depicting Han Solo's Imperial Tribunal was shot by director Ron Howard. And really quick, so I've been with my girlfriend now. I say wife sometimes just because it's, the same thing, pretty much. I'm not going to get in a debate about it or whatever, but it's pretty much the same thing. I use them interchangeably. We've been together for 9 years or whatever it is, 8 years. I don't know. I should probably know that, but 8 or 9 years, whatever, long enough, almost 10. So I've never watched a Star Wars movie with her. But they've been on when she's around or watching Clone Wars or whatever. So she finally decided that she was going to watch a Star Wars movie with me. But it's funny because I said the other day, she made pancakes and she spelled out my name. And then she's like, but you got to clean up your toys afterwards. And that's like, my mom told me that 40 years ago. And then the other day, she's like, here, I made you a sandwich with chips. But after you eat that, you need to clean up your toys. Okay. So, and then she's like, and then I'll watch a Star Wars movie with you too as your reward. And I was like, dude, this is really kind of fucking crazy. But anyways, let's get back to the story. But yeah, anyways, for that whole thing, the movie I picked is Solo. Because she's seen the Star Wars movies. We haven't watched it yet because it took me too long doing my video last night, going through my Funko Pops that I do not collect. And I forgot to show off the one that I really like that I actually have out of the box, the Millennium Falcon one.
With the Han Solo pilot in it?
Yeah, the big one. But anyways, we'll get back into this because I've wasted enough of your time without talking about art. So anyways, in the subsequent months leading up to the December 2017 holiday hiatus, the tripartite art department continued to meet weekly. Concept artist David Levy joined the team remotely from North Carolina in mid-October, and concept artist Scott Robertson, ILM London art director Stephen Tappan joined the Bad Robot, and ILM London art director Stephen Tappan joined the Bad Robot and Pinewood Studio. Little double like there, a little bit of deja vu all over again. UK-based teams, respectively, in mid-November. Meanwhile, director J.J. Abrams and co-writer Chris Terrio continue to shape their story. Oh, Anthony, while you're doing, send Patrick a message. Let him know we're on here. I forgot to tag him and let him know.
Will do.
All right.
On it.
Someone just made a comment about they come here for the award-winning content, that I'm not wasting their time. And I do really appreciate that, because I would like to let you know that I did win an award. It was for the best pod appearance. So basically what it is it's this guy right here. Best pod appearance, because the guys from the Holochronicles, not once, not twice, but probably about 10 times, have shown up on the show. So I kind of had it in, because like I was up against some really good people, but they were only, on their podcast one time, maybe 2 times. I had them 10 times, so it's better chances for me. But anyways, this is an award-winning network. I would just like everyone to know. I'll probably have some T-shirts printed up that just have my face on it and say award-winning network, and we'll see how those go, because at least my mom will buy one. Anyways, on October 16th, a new idea was shared with the art department: a garbage planet echoing Rey's home planet of Jakku, inhabited by First Order rejects, possibly prisoners, who are not up to being stormtroopers. There, Finn might have found a sibling and learn of a weakness in the First Order's technology. One of our original inspirations was that the First Order contributes to the galaxy. The galaxy is trash, remembered Terrio. The people that they've discarded end up being people who rise up against them. Abrams and Terrio relocated to London on October 17th. 2 more art department meetings followed, leading up to the primary assemblage of Episode 9, Moviescape. All of the current concept art in the film chronology shared with Abrams on October 24th. New ideas appointed to the designers, including a swampy pirate world themed to the Francis Ford Coppola director Apocalypse Now, with Poe Dameron escorting his resistance compadres upriver to face his illicit past. The Last Jedi's Ahch-To, or Ahch-To, depending on what you want to say, but whatever. That's for another debate time. To alien caretakers acting as assassins, Finn leading the previous proposed horse charge, and Kylo Ren's life being saved by an alien shaman, a concept recycled from the mid-2013 work of The Force Awakens. On October 25th, The Rise of Skywalker was officially codenamed Trixie. I knew a girl named Trixie once. She cost a lot of money. A play on words there in the middle of 9 form the Roman numerals 49. Okay. I can kind of see that there. All right. Oh, and we have joined in the chat. We have Charles. Charles, it's great to see you. I need to talk to you too. I still haven't talked to you yet. And we have Kylo from Kylo Customs hopping in here. He was on me. He was on Charles Westcott.
Yeah, alrighty. I'll do Charles. I'm still pittering around in the Twitterverse to get Patrick. And maybe Jonathan Davis, too.
Okay.
At least in the chat.
All right. And yeah, Kylo from Kylo Customs was with me yesterday going through all of the Funkos. But yeah, see, I start reading and everybody leaves. Nobody wants to, I shouldn't say nobody. Nobody, I say nobody, I don't mean nobody. I mean, 10 people left. Because I was reading, not showing pictures. But you know what? It's Star Wars, man. You got to know what's going on. In late October, the location of the Resistance base shifted to inside the roots of a giant tree, referencing the fairy tale forests of Japan's Yokoshima Island. Our heroes would arrive on the river delta planet in the midst of a colorful festival, followed by a speedy boat chase. The key was emotionally for Rey to experience something she had never seen. That much color, that much openness. Carter recalled the fork in the road during the chase would culminate into a pirate fortress, where Poe is recognized and brought before their godfather. And that's in quotation marks, godfather. The Resistance heroes would arrive to the Snow City aboard New Millennium Falcon proportion ships. Inside the speakeasy chaotic kitchen, they would find an 18-inch alien directing traffic, reflective of a late 2013 idea for Maz Kanata's introduction. Following the demise of Admiral Akbar and The Last Jedi, there you go. Some people argue that he's not dead because we didn't see him die on screen. It just says right here his demise. So I mean, it could. I mean, that would have to mean he's dead, because if you're going to say his demise, like he was brought down, like he was doing something wrong, like he was corrupt, his demise as the fall of that. But I think that's pretty good evidence that he's dead, right there. So that kind of ends that. Page 91 of the art book, you people. All right. Even though like Mace Windu's still alive because we didn't see him die. He could be Snoke. We don't know. Maybe that's what the clones were made out of. Anyways, I don't even know where the hell I was reading anymore. We meet the next generation. Found the demise of Admiral Akbar in The Last Jedi. We meet the next generation of Mon Calamari in the low-ceiling basement of the Speakeasy. In the midst of a raid on Resistance meeting, Chewbacca is captured and tortured in a first-order interrogation cell. Abrams also proposed a Star Destroyer factory where the massive battleships are being equipped with miniaturized Death Star weapon technology. New story points discussed and illustrated for November and December art department gatherings include Kylo Ren visiting a desolate Coruscant Jedi temple, the swamp boat chase ending in a quicksand pit, BB-8 plugging into a dying droid inside of a garbage bin, the garbage planet evolving into chunks for the second Death Star on a storm-tossed sea, and an arrow fin-like rope swing moments on the surface of a Star Destroyer invoking Luke and Leia's swing in A New Hope. And if there's anybody that wants to hop in here to talk about this with us, hopefully the reading's done pretty soon and we'll have some pretty pictures to look at. I'm putting the code in there, and you can be on top of Anthony, or Anthony can be on top of you in a respectful way. This isn't the septic tank. So anyways, back to the reading. New story points discussed. I already read that. The first monthly creature effects department review also. Keep it down, sir. Oh yeah, we're just assuming that it's Andy in here. Because I'd say 95% of the time it's Andy and not Josh. But I guess we'll find out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Josh would come up under Josh most.
Well, a couple times he's shown up as Holochronicles and talked to me, and I didn't know at first, and he had to tell me. But I always just assume that it's Andy, but we'll see. The Rise of Skywalker. Let's see. Did I finish reading that? Nope. The first monthly creature effects department review also took place on November 16th, in which concept illustrations of what become the final look for the Oracle and the Aki-Aki were among those presented. The week of November 16th through 20th also found the Lucasfilm art department, Christina Elsman, Ryan Church, Brian Mattis, and Eric Timmons, compelling story pitch concept art based on Dave Filoni's sketches for creator Jon Favreau's Iron Man, Chef, The Jungle Book, and Mandalorian TV series. So, and you guys let me know in the chat, do you want me to leave the setup like this so you can see Royal Farm Boy's beautiful face and whoever else joins? Or do you want me to just go and be full screen so you get a little better of a picture? So you guys let me know in the chat what you want. Beautiful face or just Royal Farm Boy? I mean, what? I didn't mean that like that. Sorry. That was rude. I shouldn't call you ugly. I'm sorry. No, this is the nice chat. This is the nice chat time. The Rise of Skywalker holiday break began on December 9th, 2017, the same day Star Wars The Last Jedi had its red carpet premiere at Los Angeles Shriner Auditorium with J.J. Abrams among those in attendance. 1 week later, on December 15th, the day The Last Jedi opened in the United States, Abrams pitched his current Trixie story, complete. Wait, where I just lost my. Complemented by the last concept art moviescape to Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy and the Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Iger. You guys got to remember, I'm reading like kind of sideways and over because I'm over. Like, here's my hand. I'm sitting over like past where Rural Farm Boy is. We're not together, but you know. So I'm kind of reading a little bit adrift. So just remember that when I mess up my words and can't talk, I do know how to read. I did graduate 3rd grade. I was in a play in pre-K. I was the pie man for Simple Simon, and I still remember my lines. But that's all for another time. That started my career off as an asshole. But all right, so we're gonna try and not mess this up today, and we have some
creature art.
Okay, that's what we got right there. That is a pretty big skull that they're working with right there. We got another skull action going on. Some more. Then over here on this next page, we're going to have Maz Kanata. A little bit more Maz Kanata. Let's see if that goes in.
Well,
then we got
says
more.
To leave it up because he likes my reactions and say how to James from Rebel Scum. He's in the chat.
Oh, James, it's great to have you. James, I'm still working on something for you, but every time I start it, the project, it's like these books. You have a concept art and you start working on the concept art and you decide it's not good. I keep changing it up. So don't worry, it is coming. I'm not going to let you down, even though you'll feel let down once you get it probably. But sorry. So, all right. So here we go. See if I can get that going. Okay, so over here, this red skull over here, it just says skull version 11. Those are all skull version 11, I guess. This one down here, you have skull version 8A, and those are both by Lunt Davies. Up on top over here, you have skull version 1. So that's probably about 40 feet tall. I mean, just what it is right now, the way it's laying down from the bottom of the head to the top of the horn. Looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people tall. So at 6 feet, that's 36 feet. We'll just say 40. So it looks kind of like it's kind of wide, and that doesn't cover the other side. So it's probably about 60 or 70 feet from horn to horn. So that's pretty big. It's like 60 or 70 feet.
Wonder where they was intending on using this. I could in telling the story, because just looking at it, there's nothing, as we know, Rise of Skywalker now, that has anything like that. Maybe
Anthony, I might have your answer. Let's find out. Over here, this picture right here. That we had. It's you can't see the lightsabers in there really well. It's 2 people fighting with. Where's the fuck is it?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, yep.
I'm trying to get to focus here. That's why we need some more Patreon, so I can buy better equipment, so you can get better pictures and stuff. I mean, sorry. I like how I ask you for money and then I swear at you. Thanks, people. Really nice. My mom would not be proud. I can tell you that right now. Anyways, right up here we have. My aim was to find an interesting terrain area with large open spaces and more challenging areas with obstacles like tusks and horn, giving opportunity for dynamic fighting scenes and interesting camera angles, then incorporate these elements into a skull design that would fit Star Wars aesthetic. And that's Luke Fisher. And then we have this one down here is Luke Fisher also. So yeah, it doesn't really say what it's for, but that would have been maybe good for Rey and Kylo after Rey cuts the Whisperer in half, or is it the Silencer? Something that's quiet or makes people quiet.
Which one is it?
It's the TIE Whisperer.
There you go. Oh, I'm going to hear about that, Chad.
So yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of, because they're big open areas. It's the only place that has big open areas and desert, and I mean that's the only thing I can think of. But you have trees in the one up here above it, so not really sure what they were intending on that.
I'm wondering if maybe this was the start of what it ended up being, the fight on the remains of the Death Star. In beginning form, it was on that there skull.
Or the start off, when it started with Kylo fighting. I can't think right now. Kylo fighting on Mustafar when he was going to get the Wayfinder.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'd not thought of that.
And I just posted the link in the chat again, or in the chat again, if anybody wants to hop on and talk. You can throw your picture. You can throw a picture up, so we don't have to look at your face if you think you're ugly. But you're all beautiful people to me. All right.
Can be audio too. That's how we had Patrick a couple times.
Yep. Okay. So we have Maz Kanata, this picture right here. Just regular Maz Kanata. Maz version 3. This was a great chance to revisit Maz design after creating her 5 years ago. I thought I'm trying some new clothes. In the end, we changed very little. I reworked my original sculpt, adding more detail to her skin and some adjustments to make it more suitable for the puppet making process. And that was Fisher. Over here at the top again, I already showed you the close-up on that. We have Maz version 1. I think Maz is the most sophisticated puppet that we've made. There was a physical suit that was worn by Claire Ra Harvey, the physical performer, effective a leotard that was censored right down to her fingers. She would either be right next to the Maz puppet or very close to the monitor near JJ. He could just turn and say, Claire, just play more with the puppet hand on that one. He could see the interpretation of that instantly on the screen. Puppeteer Richard Combs vocalized the performance, Maz lines at the same time, and Matt Denton laid on the eyes, eyebrows, and the other little expression levels on the top. Gustav Hagon built the mechanics for the head and did a superb job. The monitors were tiny, so we were able to put in as many as we wanted. It was a culmination of 5 years of working on the film and saying, we can make this work. Scanlon. So that would be, I guess, Neil Scanlon. And yeah, I would have liked to see a little bit of more Maz. That's where I'm sticking with, this last movie should have been, a two-parter. I mean, I know they want to keep it in, whatever. And we're not really going to talk about it too much here. We can talk about it in the box tank and argue about it there. But, there was just so much more they needed to put into this movie to make it all come together. But I don't think it was possible for anyone, I don't care who it is, to in two and a half hours, even 3 hours or 4 hours would still be tough to, I always go back to my dad, who's, he's a Star Wars fan, but he watches the movies and, he's not like us crazy ones. And when I went to go see it with him, I said, hey, you want to talk about it on the show? Nope. I saw the movie. I liked it. Had a sentence to say about it. But, yeah. So like he said, yeah, it was a really good finish to the 3 movies. And that was his opinion on it. He didn't say, well, it didn't bring the movies together or whatever, but yeah, it finished the sequels great, but did nothing for the prequels and the original. But anyways, that's for box tank talk. So everybody step by the box tank Monday night and we'll respectfully discuss things that we may have liked better in the movie and maybe not have, like we usually do. Because everyone's welcome, everyone's opinion is valid, just as long as you're respectful and not part of that menace group or some gamers groups or whatever. Anyways, we have Akbar Jr. version 1 by Lunt Davies. I remember the conversation with Martin Rizard. See, I wonder if I can... it's because I have it only on the little screen. Okay, that's why it looks smaller. I remember the conversation with Martin Rizard. After the 19th-year-old, he inherited this responsibility, but he doesn't really want to do it. His shoulders are down, and his pants are halfway down his backside. Hey, this is too much. Really, I should be in bed. It just shows what a brilliant design Akbar was, because you can go young and old. There's Radis, the granddad, then the younger teenager, and Akbar in the prime of his life, Scanlan. And that art is from those ones I showed you. I'll get you a close up again of them.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I got it, the Maz Kanata one, in case anybody's popping in here late. And that art is by. Now I lost the page. That art is by Lunt Davies again. And this one over here, where he looks like a sullen teenager, Aftaba. So A-F-T-A-B, Aftaba, I guess is the name. With Aftaba, or Minbar, as he was first referred to, I was searching for that teenage look, just out of childhood, but already knowing it all. With a bit of a pout, I did some initial sketches that grabbed JJ's attention. Then I sculpted a plastic model. We wanted to keep it as close as possible to the performer's head and avoid the big head look that you sometimes get with animatronic heads. Once again, Gustav Haugen and Matt Denton did an amazing job at bringing to life, thanks to their combined out-of-this-world animatronic and programming skills. That's Martin Reed. So far, everything we've seen hasn't been in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Interesting that his name started out as Aftaba. That's neat. Just cut it down a little bit.
Okay. We got some more stuff over here for you. All right. We got some stone-looking guy. We got some kind of aardvark animator looking guy. I got to move this box down. It's going to fuck everything up. We got some whatever the hell he is supposed to be kind of guy. Looks kind of like Kylo from Kylo Custom. Looks a little bit like Kylo from Kylo Custom. That's what I get. I'm gonna see if I can put his picture up. We got a little droid dude there, and on the corner right here we got a bug dude. Then over here we have some I don't even know what the hell that is. Some red face. What's that Marvel character that looks like the red face?
Red Skull?
Yeah, Skull. It looks like Skull, kind of. Who's dead in hell, and somebody had to give their life to come back. I don't know. Spoilers for a 5-year-old Marvel movie. We got a big old, looks like a BB-8 tank right here. See if I can get a better picture of that.
Yeah, Phil Stosak passed that around in the Twitterverse a couple weeks ago. I remember that.
Okay, and we got some more. Looks like small-nosed Delilah right there, little cute thing. Looks like a fat-nosed Delilah right there, and some kind of other little creature right there.
That fat-nosed thing reminds me of a Vogon from, what was the British comedy, sci-fi comedy thing? Don't Panic. The Hitchhiker's Guide. If you've ever,
I never watched The Hitchhiker's Guide. It used to be on. I think it used to be on HBO.
Original one
was it on HBO for a while? Am I thinking of something different?
Ooh.
Like back in the 80s, I think it was on HBO.
Yeah, that makes for me. It was always on public broadcasting. Like around here would be WQED or whichever public broadcast service. Something that would show children's stuff during the day, and then later on, late evening, they would show different things like Monty Python. And I remember seeing the Hitchhiker's Guide. Yeah, the original one was just the best. So good. And we derailed that one. Back to art.
Yeah, and there's some people going crazy in the chat over here. I don't know. Using all these asterisks and things. I don't even know what that means. Save that for Saturday night, sir.
That's Kylo.
That's some Saturday night.
And yeah, he said, let's go. Let me see. He said, Kylo's just saying he heard that about your comment of that might look a little like Kylo. I'll have to put that picture up and saying he heard you.
So that stone-looking guy, he's Wizard 35 by Lunt Davis. This anteater looking kind of whatever he is Wizard 43 by Fisher. Kylo Customs down here is Wizard number 45 by Lewis Wilshire. Droid number 2 is by Fisher. The fly looking guy is Wizard 21 version 3. Then we come back over here to this page. And we have Wizard 61, Ivan Menzella. That's the Red Skull. Down here, this kind of little cute one looks like in between like a monkey and Delilah. It looks like Delilah and Chewbacca have made a baby. I don't know about that. That kind of they're just supposed to be friends. Anyways, these are by Fisher, and there's another picture of it. This is the Big Nose Wizard. Neil Scanlon is a genius. Obviously, I don't even know how those guys begin to conceive of what they do. They have such expansive imaginations. They can show you all of these different options, any of which would be an action figure that I want to have on my desk. Terrio. And that's by Fisher again. I don't know if I told you, but that's Big Wizard 24. Down here, this little guy.
Yeah.
Whatever he is, he's Wizard 75. And then up here on this tank, we have BB-8 tank version 1. I was just having some fun with this tank. I'm not really sure I would have actually wanted to see it in realization in the final film, Lunt Davies. So, yeah, think about it. If you got to sit there and draw and they give you, not ramifications, they give you specs on what they want or, and then use your ideas. And then you show them the pictures and they say, I like that, but do this, do that. Sometimes you're just like, I'm trying to keep it clean. Screw it. I guess that's clean enough for this is PG. I don't know how many screws you get in a PG stream. I think I've already dropped the F-bomb, so it's already rated R, but, we'll keep it not too bad. Not like Commando, but, I think I was 8 years old when Commando came out and I wanted to watch it. And I got my mom to rent it from the video store. And she said my dad had to watch it first. And he watched it and they said, nope, you can't watch it. And they put it in their room. And then I stuck in there and watched it anyways when they weren't home. So, whatever. I'm in trouble now. I'm going to be grounded. Shit. All right. So we got some more art going on. Kind of obviously because this is an art show. Art makes you smart, people. Okay. We got some kind of thing there. I don't really know what it is yet. We're going to find out soon.
Maybe meant to be that oracle that we heard tell?
You are 100% correct. Because I saw. But there's Kylo meeting the oracle. Trying to get the picture on there. Focus. Focus
yeah, Star Wars is weird. That's really
all right, there you go. That's what you got there. You got that thing there. You got this one right here.
Ooh,
That is some strange things right there.
that's a little too weird for Star Wars. Maybe I think that's why that got left on me in relation to a book and some concept art.
Okay, and then over here we have kind of a big picture. We got some Kylo with, it looks like that oracle is coming out of water. This one's coming out of lava. Some more pictures of what the oracle may be or look like. All right, and let's see how close we were with our guesses. I'm all tangled up now. Oh my God. And that's a little sideways. Oh, we're all falling apart here, people. All right, that's just how it is. Sorry. Okay, so up here, this thing that we have, that is Oracle Eyes number 1. I like the idea that the first appearance she had fly-like compound eyes. Then you see that her eyes are actually made of tiny insects gathered in her sockets. Maybe just a bit too gruesome for Star Wars, Lunt Davis. So I didn't see that. So let's try and take a closer look on that. Yeah, you can.
Ooh, all right, yeah.
Her eyes. She has hollow eyes. Oh, I got something that would be great for the. Oh, someone remind me of this picture on Saturday night.
I'm on it.
Page, remind me to go to 96, and pull up that picture to show you guys.
Got it.
Okay. Oracle number 1 or number 14 over here. This guy over here, the really weird alien coming out of the baby head, which I believe Jason Ward talked about that. As concept art. So, he was pretty much right on with everything, and people were saying, "Oh, there's no way it's going to happen. There's no way it's going to happen." Well, I mean, it didn't make it in the movie, but they filmed it and they had the art for it, so I count that as a win. This was the image that resonated most with JJ. While maybe too grisly as is, we went forward with the idea of the Oracle as a symbolic creature, a source, symbolic creature, sourcing whatever knowledge and power it needed through a slumbering giant, slumbered baby, Lunt Davis. And then we have Oracle 6, Manzella. So yeah, it's they drew some concept art that they really decided on, that was too kind of gruesome. And Neon Sci-Fi just stopped in here.
I think we covered that back nearly the beginning of the book in some of the first few pages about how some of the concept artists was speaking on. They were just giving kind of general ideas on what was needed, and then all the artists went and sat down at their respective places and just kind of opened up and just started putting all these different things down and then bringing it back for JJ to either give like his yay or nay, kind of like George did with his stamp or looking at different storyboard prints. I think that's how this stuff started out too.
And Neon Sci-Fi said that he wished that they had focused more on spaceships instead of like these creatures and things like that. Are you talking about in the movie, or are you talking about in this art book? Because if you're talking about this art book, you got to remember I'm only on page 97. It's 300 pages long, whatever it is. 250 pages long. So
talking about pages
we've done 5 of these, and we're going to be up to page 100. So I still have another 10 of these to go before this book's over. And at the end of this chapter, I'm going to skim through the book just so you can take a look at some of the stuff that we have coming up, some sneak peeks, even though it's all out there in the Twitterverse, more so than the Facebook world or Reddit. But yeah, I just looked there's a lot of stuff in here. And it goes, it goes from being these kind of like crazy things that, it's nice art, but not really well. When I say well done, I mean like not fine lines and things like that, not like a final picture. I don't know what the correct term for that would be. The final picture, I guess. I don't know. Woman, what do you call like the final drawing if you're doing sketches?
What do you mean?
And art. Like if you're like, oh, here, take a look at this. How does it look? Okay, you like it? And then like if I commissioned you.
Final draft.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're going with the final draft from an entertainer. She's not a stripper though, but that's whatever. That's maybe maybe now if we we'll see what's going on. Can you be a stripper right now without any touching and staying 12 feet away or whatever now, because they're saying that the 6-foot rule isn't good for anything because it travels up to now at least 13 feet when you're out. So yes. Put it up with butter inside of it while you cook it, and then cover it with foil.
While it cooks.
Yeah. We're having some.
That was the hardest thing I've ever cut in my life.
We're having some acorn squash with dinner. With the pork loin. I already told you about the pork loin. But I got that 4-pound pork loin, and we're gonna cut it in half, and it's gonna make 2 meals.
Yep. Worth, sure.
out of that, and I got 2 different seasonings for it. So I don't even have to worry. Usually I just kind of, I have a bunch of seasonings and make my own thing and whatever. It's never the same twice, and just grabbing shit or whatever. And today I just grabbed the mixed packets and put them all together. So Mr. Ian McLaughlin is here, and he is telling us that due to the coronavirus, there is an order in effect that strippers are clothed until further notice. Clothed, like they need to wear clothes. They can't be naked anymore. That's according to this guy Ian, who lives right around the block from me. Yeah, I think he was being facetious, dear. Anyways, strippers, that could be some Saturday night talk, or maybe I'll do some stripping. Who knows? Yeah, maybe I should start doing that on the Patreon. Some of them girls, some guys do too, but I got a couple of friends that I know do the Patreon, and they make a lot of money. That's how they support themselves, and they live pretty well because it's like their tiers are like the cheap one's $15.99, and you get a couple of pictures, but they still got their clothes on, and then you go up to like $30.99 or whatever it is, and it's like, ooh, there's some booby pictures. Then you go up to like $50 or $60 a month, and they just record themselves with their boyfriends doing what they do, and you get to watch it. And it's like, you're a good-looking girl or guy, whatever. You get 10 people at $50 a pop to just watch you do what you do. There's $500 just for making babies or practicing. Anyways, back to this book. Jesus Christ, how do we start talking about things? All right, so we have, by this stage, we have established that we would be going down the giant head route. This illustration combined with some ideas that Luke Fisher had with stone balls, oh, that's the story for Saturday, marking out the celestial map or array that would aid Kylo Ren in his search. That's Lunt Davis. That's that big picture up here. We have over here the small guys. It's a very studio Gabal, Gbili, Gabali. I think it is a concept Jake drew up and JJ immediately loved. And that's Neil Scanlon. We have Oracle number 6 by Lunt. That's over here. And then over here we have Oracle version 4. Looks kind of like a sloth turtle thing or something. Yeah. All right. So we got a couple more pictures over here. These are a little bit more defined.
I think we have a new for the septic tank. It's going to be called the Art of the Holocron House.
It's going to be what?
Carry on.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
It's going to be called the Art of the Holocron House. New segment. Did I mute you? Am I still good?
Yeah. No, I didn't mute you. Yeah, so Anthony, write this down. So we got page, what was that? 94 with the eye holes.
96.
And then 96 with the, okay. You got those marked down for Saturday?
You got notations.
All right. People don't like that. We're losing people.
That's what I said. For the septic tank, I got a new segment we'll do. It's called the Art of the Holocron House.
That's perfect. That's
all
perfect. Right. So we got this stuff here. That's pretty much in focus because that's not really, no, it's still a better picture, but you get the idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Looks kind of like a turkey head on a big ball. Oh God, we're just gonna go through this chapter on Saturday night. There's another one with the looks like some kind of bird-like creature coming out of a baby skull. What the fuck did these guys do? Dude, did they have a day where they were just like, let's drop some acid and draw some pictures? Because yeah, dude, like this reminds me of high school. I of course never partook in any of those activities, but I had friends that did. All right, then over here we got this thing, whatever it may be, and we have another one. Yeah, so There we go.
Yeah, some of this early art is just, whoa.
Excuse me. I should probably mute my mic when I'm drinking, so it's not just sounds like I'm guzzling some stuff down. Save that for Saturday night too. Oh my God, everything we say around here, you guys are perverted. All right, so we have up here, we have this thing. It is the Oracle version 2 Manzella. Where I took that's the turkey head gorilla with orangutan arms on the baby skull. This is Oracle 24 by Lunt Davis with the pelican kind of bird with teeth coming out of the baby skull. We have Oracle 27 with some kind of snake coming out of a bearded baby skull. That's kind of interesting. Then down here we have just Oracle Teeth 43. God, this is so Saturday Night Fever going on here. All right, so let's see. I'm going to try and get that picture in there so you can see it better.
Did you see Kylo's question?
Well, see, here's the thing. We can have strippers sponsored by the Holocron House, but I can't do whatever the chats are or questions or whatever, where, you know, like people throw on $5 to ask a question so they make sure it gets answered. I can't do that because I'm not at that level. You need to have it, you know, that's one of the perks of being at 1,000. It's not why I'm trying to get there, but yeah, so you can go to the Patreon page and do one-time donations though. So those are acceptable. And everyone that's a patron must be in the chat on Saturday night, and we'll do money. You'll make a donation, and I'll take an article of clothing off. You make another donation, and you choose, do I take off another article of clothing, or do I put another article of clothing on? So basically, you two are, you know, you guys are going to be fighting with each other on my disgusting nakedness or lack thereof. So that could
While
be
throwing money at you.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. You know, somebody throws in $1 or $2, take off your shirt. I take off my shirt. Somebody says, no, put it back on. Here's $3. I put it back on. You know, somebody says, here's $5, take off your pants. Then, you know, you got to keep going up and up. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. That's another segment right there. You people, see what you guys do to me? You're trying to make me whore myself out just because I could be dying over here. I'm quarantined by my doctor. I can't go to work. I got to stay in the house. You guys are trying to make me take my clothes off for money because you can't go to a strip club. With friends like these, Gary. Who knows what movies that's from? With friends like these, Gary.
Who needs enemies?
What'd you guess?
I just said who needs enemies? Is that the rest of the line?
No, it's just with friends like these, Gary. Meaning, like, you know, yeah, he doesn't finish the line, but anyways, it's The Big Lebowski. You all lose. No one gets the present or the prize. Well, I'll give you 5 seconds in case you were typing because of the delay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody wins. I was going to give you in my entire Funko arrangement that I have. That was a $2,000 question you guys just lost out on. Anyways, all right, back to the, you know, come on, guys. Let's try and stay on track here, please. So this guy over here is Oracle version 3. Jake came up with the original concept for the Oracle, but as there was a bit of uncertainty as to the final take of the creature, I spent a couple of days offering alternative looks. They were not chosen, and the final look was really based on Jake's design. And that's from Rizard. And then this guy down here, you can't see what's going on with the baby skull over here. But here you see it's like a pig nose. He's got some really Vulcan ears that are kind of vampire-ish, but it looks like he's been in a fight and somebody kind of bit him off. Got a little bit of that under Holyfield ear going on over there, or whatever's going on with that guy. I don't know. Some just crazy stuff going on. LSD is a wonderful thing when you're trying to make Star Wars. You know, just like when back in the originals, cocaine was a wonderful thing to get them going. You know, who knows what they're doing nowadays. But anyways, okay, we have the Oracle is the best silicon pour we have ever done. The guys who did Bore Gullet on Rogue One approached this in a rather offhanded way. To their credit, they did it in one pour. It was nearly 28,000 pounds of silicone. Holy shit, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. We couldn't scrap it because you always end up with some form witness line where there are two halves of the mold to meet. Two puppeteers will be looking after the eyes and the general rocking motion. And then Dirk Arnold, one of our performers, will actually be connected to the Oracle's body, with his hands up inside his head. Jesus Christ. Adrian Parrish will be building the animatronics that fit inside the head and performing those. And then there will be 6 more puppeteers around that group who individually move each leg in a little arachnid sequence. So yeah, isn't this odd that we just kind of approach this stuff in slightly easygoing way, wherever a few years ago they would have just been a nightmare? Now it just seems like that's the norm. Scanlan. So
They sounds like they poured so much money into this for something that they ended up scrapping. This is what they do to put together a story. Wow.
Now people in the chat are saying they want me to bring some props and things like that. Those cost money, man. Those got to be paid for up front. You know, it's New York City. There's a thing going on. I think a can of whipped cream is like $10. So you want me to go make a whipped cream bikini for myself? It's gonna be $10 for the whipped cream itself. So, you know, we're gonna have to see what kind of bids we get. Anyways, save it for Saturday night. Surprise me. You guys have my address. It can show up here by then. Overnight it. Oh, we got a lot of stuff over here. Okay, we got. That's still not good enough picture for you. Let's see, there was 12 people in here. Start talking about whipped cream bikinis for myself. And 4 people left. You guys are, people come here for the art, not the smut. Please stop it, people. All right, so we got a little alien guy over there, another alien guy here. Yeah, that's a Saturday Night Talk right there. My God, these look like Kylo Ren Flores' pictures from the other night. We got another, Jesus Christ, oh my God, we're bringing out this book again. Oh, there's our buddy. Mark Hamill played him. What's his name? Anybody know what his name is?
Julio.
Oh, Anthony, of course. We know you know. I'm asking my people that are here hanging out with us.
They're going to do like what they do whenever we're doing Rebel Scum trivia. I'm just going to copy my answer.
Yep. You need to start putting fake answers down, just to see how many people follow and put what you write. Coronavirus. Sorry.
Me and Dale.
All right. So here's this one over here. It's the Claude version number 3 by Rizard. Up here we have Claude version 12. Oh, it's a 13. Over here, this is definitely a Saturday Night Talk. That guy right there, that's Claude number 5. I can't tell you what his name is because someone might watch it. I don't want it to be too bad.
What version?
Just Claude number 5. Doesn't have a version on there.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna guess. These are all different people. This one over here, I didn't say Rizard, Wiltshire. This is Davis. This is Fisher over here. Looks kind of like a squid kind of thing. He looks like if one of the divers from like the 40s with the big helmet on, air tank coming in,
Mhm.
got eaten by a squid, and only half of them. That's what it kind of looks like. And then you got this guy over here, whatever the hell he is. That is Claude version 2. So you have two Claude version 2s. This is Claude version 2 of Fisher. This is Claude version 2 by Rizard. Claude was supposed to look really incongruous, too big for the space he was in. Very weird and maybe a bit tentacular. I didn't know tentacular was a name. Like if something has tentacles and looks like it's tentacular. All right. Somebody look that up for me. Let me know in the chat. He would come in behind Finn, the Falcon cockpit, and when others see him, they would go, "What is this? Who is this guy?" JJ wanted a design that was a bit out there, borderline comical. Fisher number 3, and that's Claude. I'm sorry, Claude number 3 by Fisher, and then Claude by Colin Jackman is. Oh, I'm off camera. This guy right here, which is pretty much what we ended up with. Colin Jackman did the design. Beautiful, very simple. Absolutely the most moment that JJ was trying to describe Nick Cullington was the performer and is wonderful. There's something about Nick when he gets in the costume. It was something about Nick when he gets in the costume. Deja vu all over again. It was just colossal. Took about 4 guys to put the head on. Oh, Jesus. And they're all, hey, it's not heavy. Then there are 4 of you carrying the head. Oh my God. There are certain characters where people really seem to warn and engage with. Claude was one of them. He has simplistic eyeballs looking Wallace and Gamst sort of feel about him. I'm not sure what that means. What does that mean, Anthony? Wallace and Gromit. Who's that?
Gromit?
It says Wallace. It says Wallace hyphen and hyphen Gromit sort of feeling about him. I didn't know if that was some kind of
Wallace and Gromit. I want to say that's in English BBC. One of those BBC. It's kind of a stop motion claymation animation show.
Oh, hang on. We got an expert. We got an expert off camera chiming in. What did you say?
Oh, no, I can't remember what it's from. It's a character. Just don't remember what it's from.
Okay, all we got is a character.
Google it.
I can't Google it right now. I'm busy. Anthony, Google this for me.
Yes.
Wallace Wallace hyphen and hyphen and hyphen Gromit, Gromit. Oh, here's Ian coming in. You don't know Wallace and Gromit? Well, Ian, you're the only one in the chat that knows Wallace and Gromit.
I knew Ian would know.
Ready? I got it.
All right, what is it?
From Wikipedia, Wallace and Gromit is a British stop-motion clay animation comedy series created for Wikipedia. If you're on Wikipedia, it would be faster. Yeah, and numerous spin-offs. I say it was all BBC.
Okay, well, here, I'm going to do this because I'm a professional.
Yep. It's a British kid show. And it had a couple short films to go with it, too. 1 feature film, 1 6-part TV series, 10 2-minute shorts. Yeah, I'm familiar with it. My girls used to watch it when they were little.
How do I get back there? All right, so that's Wallace and Gromit right here.
Yep. It's a fella and his dog. It's like Mr. Bean with a dog, sort of.
Let me see. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, people. I don't know what it is. Leave me alone. I can't know everything.
The TooMedToo network is also very educational. Oh, the chat is just blowing up.
Ian
Yep,
knows
well,
everything about.
She's not just for kids. Award-winning professional, Mr. Red.
And yes, remember this is an award-winning network. So just remember that, people.
Says he remembers it too. Yep, there we go.
Well, I just want to let you know, no one cares about Wallace and Gromit because we just lost half the people in here when you started talking about Wallace and Gromit. So
And
you know what?
In the chat answered bully of it, me.
And yeah, it doesn't matter because this is the TooMedToo Star Wars network. We do whatever we want because it's our network. We can do what we want. If we want to talk about figure skating, which some people might enjoy, not my cup of tea, we'll talk about figure skating all day long. And then I might actually be able to get Danielle on here because we can talk about the quadruple Lutz inverted with a 47-degree twist while you're inverted, giving the MiG 84 the bird. You know, the bird. Oh, wait, hang on. I got things confused right there. Anyways. All right, so we got the I can't even help it, dude. This sack down here. It's actually not. It's a head. Now that I look at it. So here we go. So this is that whole thing that happened. We got Bullio. We got different pictures of Bullio. We got Bullio's head. If that will focus.
Oh, it started out with the concept idea of Kylo Ren bringing it to the High Council in a bag, where we ended up with him just holding back.
But yeah, come on, dude. You can't tell me that picture right there is not a Saturday night conversation.
No, I'm not telling you that it ain't.
Yeah, you guys, I don't know what's going on here. This whole chapter, dude, I don't even know. We're going to go over it again. But anyways, we have Bullio getting decapitated factored a lot into the design. Holding a decapitated head is actually quite difficult. And if you hold it with hair, it looks really brutal, doesn't it? Well, it doesn't look really that brutal to me. But anyways, when we sculpted it, we were able to move things around so that it swung in a certain place. Jesus. I demoted it for Kathleen. I demoted it for Kathleen, JJ, and actor Adam Driver. It was all about being able to swing it, smack it down on the table, and have the rest looking at you. The decapitated version was very much through about in the terms where the decapitation would be the angle of it, and this with horns would be placed the angle of the horns and the width of his jaw. His design refinements were driven by what the shot was going to require from Scanlon. So over here we have Alien Pilot number 1 from Davies. Over here we have Bullio number 5 and Bullio Gunner number 5. Those are all by Davies.
Why am I feeling like I need to bookmark this page for this septic tank too?
We're just going to go over this whole freaking chapter, dude. This one probably looks like it's going to be a little bit quicker. We have different Kylo Ren helmets and designs. So there's Kylo Ren just regular. There is Kylo Ren with a little bit of work done to him. Just a little bit look on that Kylo Ren guy going on here. There's your buddy, Anthony. A little more Kylo Ren. Little action going on. Come over here. Bam! Looks like he's about to whoop somebody's ass right there. He does not look happy. He's about to force bam you somehow.
When's he ever happy? When he ain't smacking Hux around.
Yeah. Even when he's having a compassionate kiss by Rey, not a loving romantic kiss, but a compassionate one, he wasn't even happy.
Well, that's Ben. That's not Kylo Ren.
Oh, okay. That's one and the same. This one actually looks kind of cool, but I can't get the... It's a really dark picture, though, but I'm trying to... There you go. We got to keep it sideways, though. Get in focus. That's some good design on there. All right, let's get this done. So we have these guys over here. We have this helmet. The first one is Kylo Ren helmet number 1. These were very early. These were very early designs. We knew JJ wanted to bring the helmet back, so we started with the approach that Kylo had built with a new helmet. I took the current design and began adding more to the Vader aesthetic. As if Kylo were paying homage to his grandfather, we would meet with JJ and discover the helmet was to be repaired version of the original. That's from Fisher. We got this one over here is Kylo helmet number 3 from Manzella. And that last guy that we showed the close-up of before is Kylo Ren helmet number 4 from Fisher. We got Earl Farm Boy's little buddy over here.
Albrecht.
Wizard 52. Looks like he's smoking a joint right now. I mean, it does. Kylo Ren helmet number 6 from Fisher. And Kylo Ren Nitsugi. Kintsugi. Kylo Ren Nitsugi. So I'm going to. Kitsugi. Oh, I was saying Nitsugi. What the hell am I forgot the Kin. Kintsugi. So that's some type of Asian dialect word that I don't know what the hell it means. Okay, and then we come over here, and we got this dude over here. Looks pretty badass. He is just Kylo Ren version 4. See that? Like that would make a cool. I mean, I wouldn't put it up, but that would make a cool poster for someone. Like maybe if they had it, for Kylo Ren Flores, or a nice, 9x6 or whatever the hell size pictures are. When you put stuff out, frame that bad boy up. Find this book used. Find this book used on Amazon for $15. If this, hoping that this picture is good, take the picture out, frame it. You're all set. Boom. $15 for this awesome picture. You can't go wrong. Maybe that's what I should. Maybe I should just start taking these pictures out, framing them, and selling them. What do you think?
Miss Chris would be buying that for sure.
I think my ass would get shut down if I did an Etsy page like that and had them doing that. I don't think they would.
Also that too.
I don't think they would like that at all because I'm not even doing anything. I'm just taking their shit and selling it. So, yeah. But anyways,
that's when you commission somebody like Mr. Chris Hall to do a variation of it, so it ain't quite the same.
We have Kylo Ren number 3 by Davies, Kylo Ren 15 by Davies, Kylo Ren 16 by Davies. That was the one with, that's the one I kind of like the most.
That bottom right?
Yeah, this one right here that I couldn't get to focus. And it's a really dark picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cerassi and iron all over the place. Wow.
All right, so there you go. Like you can see the detail and the red on there. I don't know where that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. Oh no, that's. Oh, I was trying to block that glare, but that glare is in the fucking picture. Yeah, it's just like the detail on it, and the red isn't like this one where, it's where they used it to put them back together, the pieces. It's kind of like it's part of it now. It's like it's like a bowling ball swirl, kind of. When you get the bowling balls. Maybe we should do that. Has anybody done a documentary on how bowling balls are made? Let's watch one of those one of these times. Yeah, Ian. Every once in a while, some words slip out that shouldn't. We try not to, but it just happens sometimes. Ian hasn't been on there when I go on my tirades and I teach people new words and combinations they never knew could be put together. But no one's reported me yet, and I haven't gotten a strike. So let's just be hopeful for that. And then this next picture coming over here is Festival number 1. A lot of time was spent trying to determine what the festival was celebrating. The idea is about water, represented by the long tubes that emanate from a huge effigy paraded through the crowds. I thought I was saying like effing, and I was like, wait, that can't be right. Right, here we go. I love these pictures, man. These pictures are so cool, dude. These are just like, you know, those other things. The other pictures are cool, but these ones are they're just rad, dude. You know,
the split page ones, yeah.
All Aki version going on from the thing.
The Festival of Ancestors.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess that's probably it for this page or this. Oh no, we're still going. Jesus Christ, this is a long one. Holy shit. Yeah, we still got a few more pages to go, folks. Oh no, it's not that long.
All right.
They're kind of quick too. Not a lot of words. So this is just gonna be some more Aki action going on right here. Little dude. We're gonna try it this way. Here's a big shot out. So this is what it looks like. Everything all together. Focus now, people. Focus. All right, that page right there. So you got the whole thing. This page over here. So you got the whole thing. All right. And then over here, we got this guy right here. You know, looks like the little kid's just chilling with his pops or his Mama Dukes, whatever it is. Family 06. This was originally just a sketch for a general background alien, later submitted as a candidate for the Aki by Lunt Davis. This one down here looks like they're trying to make some Death Star babies, if you know what I'm saying. That is the Aki kit number 1. Over here, we have Finlanders number 1 by Lunt Davis. I'm not really sure what that is, but that, you know, they're a humanoid and an Aki sitting around chilling. So not really sure what that is yet. Elephant Alien number 1. Now we're back over to this page. All right, we have Elephant Alien 9A. And this looks like another lady and her baby, kind of similar to that first one, just, you know, different concepts over here. We have Elephant Alien 16. We have Elephant Alien 15. Looks like they're playing a little bit of I don't know what game they're playing. We should find out if that actually is a game, but it'd probably be too difficult. It's really not that important. It's probably not anything. We have this Aki Band number 3 and Mother and Child by Lunt Davis. So obviously they wanted a Mama Dukes and a Baby Dukes sitting there. Mr. Rez hurts my feelings once again. Okay, so we got this page over here going on. All right. And then we got this page over here going on. Okay, so here we have that might be a sculpture. I don't know. That looks a little bit weird for, I mean, sometimes they do the paintings like that, but I'm trying to get, it's really hard sometimes. Oh, there you go. With these low light pictures to get a good thing. So there you go. What do we got for that? We have Aki Kid number 4. I did some clay sculpts as the Aki children, and even though they looked different than the older Aki, JJ thought they looked much cuter. I imagine they go through quite a change as they get older. Then I sculpted a group of 16 Aki children as a mock-up to show them in different poses, which is how the final puppets were posed for the film. And that's from Manzella. And then you have the puppet show that we had.
There's them 16 same that he mentioned. Yeah, when you was reading that, and I'm looking at that picture up there thinking, is that where that ended up at? And it looks like it surely did.
Yep. Yeah, and that was I said it, but I didn't talk. That was a clay sculpture that they did. And over here we just have these are puppets. Kids look at camera left, cut out. I don't know what that word is. These are just small little notes. Kids look camera right. Just really small things. If you want me to go through those, I can actually read it better on here than I can. But anyways, okay, so this is another one for the puppet show. This one's more of a different sketch. Alan Murphy, who put the physical puppets together, posed each one in the same position in wonderful little mannequins. Oh, we're missing some stuff over here. That was enough to sell that they are watching this puppet show. But to Ray, this is something that she never experienced as a child. And to get that connection between the show, the children, and Ray, that was an emotional envelope we were trying to work within, rather than thinking this is going to be a great alien or whatever. Scanlon. Ian doesn't like him. Ian's a very quiet, calm, cool person. Doesn't want to get into your personal life or whatever. Doesn't want to gossip. And these guys are freaking nosy. Get it? Nosy? Because they're, and they're getting in your business. What's your last name? Tell me your name. So, I don't think Ian will get along with them. So over here, I'm just going to, I'm going to read it first, and then I'll show you a little better close-ups of what I can figure what they are. This is just Aki face studies, number 1. Elephant hands, number 1, all different ones. And then Aki face studies, number 4. How do you dress 500 people in less than 20 minutes? And then how do you sustain them there for 2 hours? Well, if you watch the documentary on the rise of Skywalker, they deal with this. I believe it's in there. I believe it's in that extra, if it's not a separate one by itself. So, but I know you've probably already watched it. And if you hadn't, when I'm going to say, what are you waiting for? Well, what are you waiting for after this ends? Go watch it. But anyways, supervising animatronic designer Vanessa Bastan, who looks after the fabricated heads, worked with the company doing really brilliant 3-dimensional print on cloth. So 250 of the Aki were cloth pullovers printed with a 3-dimensional artwork. They photographed and finished sculpted Aki, which the people were in them, which there were Jordanian army. And in many ways, one of our regrets was that we didn't make more of them. You could have shot within about 15 feet of them and believe that they were 3-dimensional. This was solution 1. The second rank were a combination of people in drama, gymnastics, or some form of physical activity, along with other soldiers. They wore foam latex heads that had no animatronics and very simple animatronics. Then there were about 70. Wait a second. Then there were about 70, 35 of those. I think we're missing something here. I'm just reading it wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm reading it wrong. Then there were about 70 that were fully animatronic, completely curling and moving trunks. 35 of those would be on automatic because that number of radios putting out that frequency, along with a camera that was on the same spectrum band, it was madness. I don't know what I'm controlling right now, but I'm controlling something, laughs Scanlon. Oh, Jesus.
I can't just imagine how much money they put. 70 of them was animatronic. Wow. And I know you just said that at different scales or variations of it. Some is more than others. Wow.
So we're going to try and get in here. These are just different faces, all of them. It's really nothing. They got one drinking out of a straw. He's pretty cool. But all the rest of them are just, celebrated, happy, fear, talking, whatever. So showing the different animatronic faces that they would have. But they're just kind of rough sketches, so we're not really going to deal with that right now. Because we still got another page. Oh, we're done now. This is it. And then I got something for Neon Sci-Fi. I'm glad you came back. I don't know if you were hearing quiet or not, but I'm glad you came back because we're almost done, so I can show you some sneak peeks on why you got to be around. All right, so here we go with the page, the last of this bit. Those look like they make some good badges. Who do we have in here? We can argue whether or not they're badges or pins. What's the difference?
I don't believe we have any of our Australian friends in the chat to argue that point.
Well, these look like some origami shit going on here. It's gonna be interesting what they say about these things because they look like some Egyptian art, if I'm correct, or whatnot.
I would agree with that, but you may have the answers right there in the form of them two paragraphs. Or may not say something in relation to it.
Well, Roll Farm Boy, that's the great thing about this. While you're looking at it really quick, speculating. I don't know you don't like to speculate and guess, but speculate and saying this is what I think it's going to be, this is what it looks like, and then going out and finding out what it is. And you know what? Just as long as if you're wrong, it doesn't ruin your expectations, you learn something.
Exactly. Yep.
Let me learn you something. Let me learn you something today.
Kind of speculation. Same what you said is my kind of speculation. It's few and far between, but just near enough to make you go, without going too far with it.
Yes, Andy, we're still going. We have one page left to finish this chapter. So, the other day the chapter was 2.5 hours it took us. Another day it was an hour. So it just depends on how the chapters are going. But and how much Rural Farm Boy gets me off topic too. And then we get people in the chat talking about they want to pay me to take my clothes off. So we got to figure out how to work that one.
I said that earlier in the chat. I said every podcast got some or other stick that their thing. This is our thing.
Yeah, our thing is just talking.
Yep.
Where's instead of me sitting here looking at the book by myself, going through it, I'm talking with my friends, and I clock out a little bit of time. So, all right. Effigy number 3. This is that guy up here with the badges. Everyone from the art concept department to set December costume. Oh, to set decorator. It was abbreviated. I'm sorry. Costume and CFX spent long time exploring ideas for identity that the Aki Aki Festival might be celebrating. This included giant effigies, puppets carried by the Aki Aki, and similar iterations, statues, amulets, and votive tokens. Then up here, this one over here that we just showed is effigy. Andy, that was the conversation. People are going to bid, so somebody's going to say, go on my Patreon and deposit $5 on my Patreon and say, take off your shirt. And then somebody else is going to say, here's $10, take off your pants. Somebody else in there is going to say, here's $20, put them back on. And we're going to see where it goes from there. And it could be kind of embarrassing for me. It could be horrific for you. But that's Saturday night. We'll see what happens. I might have to pull the plug and make it completely private once we get people in here. Who knows? Somebody knows. I don't know. Effigy number 8 over here. Down at the bottom in the corner, we have effigy toy number 1. The focus was on the smaller handheld version of the effigy before looking at the large-scale version. The challenge was to find a creature design that felt native to the desert environment and then to distill that design down into simplistic, colorful creatures with a very strong visual identity. And then you just have Festival 1 over here. All right. Effigy number 1, effigy number 18. Yeah, it looks like, some Native American or some Egyptian or somebody else give me some things that it could be because they haven't really told us.
Maybe a blend. Maybe a blend of the two.
Yeah, because I mean it does. It looks kind of both-ish, but
Mm-hmm.
you
Yep,
know,
I can see it for sure.
I mean the Egyptians and Native Americans or Indians or whatever. I don't know what's politically correct to call because I guess if they're Indians, they'd be people from India. But whatever, I'm old school, so sometimes it slips out without trying to offend anybody. But so it could be that they're separated by a couple million years, but they were neighbors at one point in time. So it's kind of weird too that you have pyramids being built in Egypt and pyramids being built in Mexico and South America at the same time. How does that happen? Some Star Wars action going on. Maybe.
That's how that happens.
I'm just saying. Maybe that's a topic for another day. Watch Ancient Aliens. They'll tell you about it. But that's the whole thing. Like when I was growing up, the History Channel, you'd watch history shit. Now it's all about Bigfoot and aliens, which is great, but it's not the History Channel anymore. I want to watch about wars. I want to watch about science and then turn over to the Discovery Channel and, nerd out like that and learn stuff. And now it's just, nobody cares about that anymore. And, even give me some dimensional stuff and, how we're working with the 12 dimensions that we have once you get into astrophysics and whatnot. But, and you're getting to talking about string theory and things like that and the different planes that we're all on. But, just like straight up aliens, that's really not a science behind it. That's just all speculation, which is fine. It's fun, but come on, we got stuff to do over here. Like Paul Casey, our choreographer, worked this routine that all of the Aki performers learned. From the moment on, it just became a logistical thing for the creature department. It drained us. I do think people lost the will to live. After a while, after you're on board, after you're on your 400th Aki head, Scanlon said. Alrighty. And we got effigy here, 25, 26. And that does it for, I think this is session 5. We are leaving off at page 111. But if our sci-fi buddy is here, Andy, don't talk about Josh that way. That's ill-mannered, inappropriate. That's no reason to speak illy of him. I don't even know this or not, but because of Josh, I was awarded. Let me find it for you again, because this thing. And because of Josh, because he was on my show. This is all because of Josh, my buddy Josh. So, speaking ill of him is ill-advised. All right, there you go. Thanks, Josh. Josh, the Holochronicles podcast. Just remember. All right. I don't want to have to block you or anything. We're all supposed to be friends here. So. All right, so Neon Sci-Fi. You asked about you wanted to see some more spaceships, but just flipping really quick. You got a little like speeder action there. These are still a lot more figures. Some Dio concept art. Babu Frick concept art. Oh, this is cool here. This is where you get into more computer graphics type thing. So you have actually like real pictures and things. Oh, there's a nice picture for you right there. Oh, that's a nice one right there too. Can't really see that though. All right, so you're getting into more some spaceship type things here. Oh, there you go. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get there. It's probably going to be a couple, but you got to stick around for all of them because you never know what's going to happen. You got some more spaceship stuff going on there, and Chewie being tortured. Don't worry, Delilah.
Oh,
Not
that's
your.
gonna be a whole other thing on.
Don't worry, Delilah. Not your choo
Not
choo.
her
Your choo choo is safe. Delilah Delilah doesn't like to call him Chewy because like Han said, it's a long name. Well, his real name's a long name, so she just calls him Chewbacca. But Delilah's lazy,
You're
so
gonna need it.
she just calls him Choo Choo.
You're gonna need a nickname because I ain't saying that every time.
Yep. So yeah, a little bit more. We got the ties in there. A little more going on here. So yeah, there's still a lot coming. Still a lot coming. So, that's the thing. There's a little bit of everything for people in here. Whether you like the aliens or you like the spaceships or you want to see the costumes, it's going to be in this book. And
Kyler's trying to pick on you in the chat.
Well, I'm a very sensitive person, so when you pick on me in the chat, then say,
No, because Danielle won that award for you. You only pulled a Kanye on her award. Well, I'll have to ask Kylo, if that happened with Michael, where'd this one come for me? Because there's only me here. Nobody pulled nothing for me. I won all on my own.
What you know about that shit? We got 2 Hollow Award winners on the show today. Condor
Right there, buddy.
and the Farm Boy.
Yep.
Booyah. Now we just need somebody like Pete to stop in here, and we can have a threesome of winners.
Trifecta, as they say.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Yeah, but the trifecta of winners sounds better than the threesome, I guess, with me, you, and Pete. So,
that's for the septic.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So there we go. That was the whatever the hell chapter it was. I don't even remember. I should probably put these chapters in there in the liner notes, but it doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, it does matter.
I just know him as Holocron House number 5.
Yeah. So Holocron House number 6. Maybe we'll get that tomorrow. Maybe we'll get it Friday. We'll see what happens.
Say when.
Sometime soon in the future. Let's see. Tomorrow. What do we have tomorrow? 9 a.m. We have breakfast tomorrow at 9 a.m. with no breakfast.
I'm not thinking so. No, because so far the past 3 days there has not been. They've been picking up at lunchtime, and we will see. As James, you saw earlier, there was some issues where didn't even get to finish the show.
Yeah.
And he was having some serious. It was because of the updates for his computer, and Miss Rachel stepped in and lent him a hand and figured out that the updates didn't take, and that's why they were going and crashing all the time. So he's got to go and see if he can get that sorted out. If James can't do it on his own, he might have to take it to a repair shop, which may or may not interfere with other coming streams, because they're supposed to go live tonight at 7. So we'll see if he gets that sorted out, if Rebel Scum's doing 7 tonight. But I'm thinking it was more real life stuff, why they ain't done breakfast yet this week. It's been starting lunch times. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm
sure he'll post it up.
So after you leave here, go and check out I think Postcards from Galaxy Edge posted right when we were starting.
Oh yes, Miss Shannon's premiere. It doesn't have a live chat, but it is her premiere with I just went and saw it too. See, when I go in live streams, I stay out of the Twitterverse because I need to focus my attention here and not elsewhere.
Yeah, I just looked.
She does have one.
I have 20 plus. I have 20 plus messages right now. But I forget who she had on as a guest. Maybe one of our Australian friends, or was that last week?
That was showing last week.
Last week, okay. It all gets confusing. We're all this together. It's kind of just one big orgy of live chats. But all right, I guess that's gonna do it for today.
No, it is Dathomir, and it's with them Holochronicles boys.
That's right. That's who it was. That's why we want to watch it.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, after you leave here or sometime, in the near future, go over there.
Oh,
At least
I already know I'm headed there because I'm a Patreon of hers too.
okay. So you need to go over there, drop a like, and let her know that Condor
Mhm.
sent you.
Please do. Please do.
Let her know. Say, hey, I found this because of Condor.
Yep.
Yeah, if I had the link, I'd put it in the chat right now, but I don't. So, Rural Farm Boy, if you could post that after this is over.
It's already done. Done it.
You just posted hers?
Done
Okay.
it. Done it.
So
Yep.
just
I
go
picked
check
up my
out
Patreons.
Rural Farm Boy's page, and he just posted the link for it.
Yep.
And then you watch that. I don't know how long it is. It's usually about an hour, hour and a half. You watch that, and you go right into Rebel Scum. So I guess you have nothing else to do today because that's what you're doing the rest of your day. And I'm going to probably watch Solo tonight and the rest of Pretty in Pink and have some wonderful dinner that the beautiful Danielle made for me. And who knows what the night has? Maybe we'll pull off a little Fallen Order tonight. Royal Farm Boy will be in bed by that time, but he can watch the replay tomorrow. All right.
We'll see.
With that, I say good day. May the Force be with you.